at all anyway. I went on and had a okay trade. I thought it looked okay. Um, the issue was I was taking a long in a position where any sort of pullback hasn't really happened yet properly. Um, Jesus Christ, I've just looked back at the market now, and we're all the way up at the 90s, and I took off at 30. So in theory, I could just in the span of about 20 minutes could be up 60 points. Yeah, that would have been quite sick, I guess, but it happens, doesn't it? Um, I wanted to try and take a trade today. As you can tell by my voice is very broken today, as best I can put it. Um, was not feeling too great, and that usually is the reason why I shouldn't go and trade. I tried to sort of bear through it because I knew I wanted to sit there and try and set myself up to put myself in a position where I can go on next week and trade. And maybe if I feel a bit more confident with taking 2 lot trades. And that's sort of what I did today in the grand scheme of things. I had a long, I obviously I see it in the background, I took a long at 33.5. I thought that we just got a little pullback and we were moving straight up and we were going to push highs, so I entered. I thought that if I put my stop below 20 or below whatever, 21 or whatever it was, it'd be okay. And I was looking at the market and the trade, and I was just like, this is a fucking stupid stop. I'm going to get stopped out on here, and I just know it's going to rally. Like, there's no reason it's not going to rally. If I sit there and put this stop here, I know full fucking well it's going to rally without me here, and I'm going to get stopped out, lose $200, and I'm going to be upset. Same thing happened on Tuesday, I believe. So I sat there and I was like, okay, this gives me an opportunity to sit here and try and take the trade and play it a bit more how I should instead of being scared. That's the best way I can put it. Because my initial stop was at 21, I think. So I moved my stop. I wanted to give myself a chance in the trade. I moved it down. Now I shouldn't be moving it down in reality, but that's one of them. That's one of them I can't really control now. In theory, it's one of them where had the market gone down on that trade and it did just jump down, I would have been happy I had my stop there. But I felt looking at the market, looking at where we were likely to move straight up again after a pullback, and obviously ended up having the pullback. I get to one at 33.5 and then one at 19.25, and then killed them both at the same time at 30. So I took on the day $116. Not my best day, not my best trading at all. I felt really confident in some aspects, but then I also knew that I had changed what I was doing from previous days, and I started to get into my limbo of changing what I'm doing, not doing the same thing, not doing the right thing, and panicking. The best way I can put it, I mean, it's hard sometimes. It's hard sometimes to sit there and take a trade and have it, sort of, not have it, have it. I don't know the best way to put it. I was reacting more out of emotion by after I added the second lot than I was out of logic, and that's not what you want when you're trading. So I sat there and took that trade. I added the second lot. I had my stop at a point where I was comfortable with. Now, obviously, I know I would have probably lost $500 on that trade, and I would have been very upset with myself. But I was confident in some respects, and maybe deluded in some respects as well. Um, I did the second lot. We moved up. I really thought we were going to break highs and break. I wanted to take off a couple of points higher, about 40. I wanted to try to take off and try and get sort of overall on the move about $500. That would have put me in a really, really nice spot for next week to start getting below the $1,000 mark and sort of chipping away and getting back to profit on the account. Obviously, a little bit stupid, a little bit of a silly one where I didn't really let the trade run how I should have let it run, and I've just sat here and watched it for the last 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes or so, just rally up. We're all the way up at the 900s now, above 900s. it's hard. It's hard to sit there and see that and know that if I had just managed my risk properly with this trade and managed it properly, I probably could have got at least sort of 20, 30 points out of this move, at least. And I didn't need to sit there and take it off. Now, obviously, I looked at the 22 tick. I felt off of Delta that we were going to sell off. Um, maybe I reacted a little bit too prematurely, but I felt like looking at Delta, we were going to sell off. There was no two ways about it. We were going to sell off, and I was almost 100% sure I'd done a really good trade until about 2 minutes later when we rode, because we had a massive Delta drop off. Delta dropped from positive, not positive, sorry. Delta went from minus 110-ish to minus about 250, 300 at that point, and in 1 second, that's quite a big move. Where I sort of got a bit more, and it felt quite big in the moment as well. I sort of got a bit scared that we were going to just go back down. I didn't really want to have a trade that went from red to green and then red and green again, or red to green. I didn't really want it to go back to red and lose because I knew it was a big risk on this trade, so I just had to take it off. Obviously, it's one of them where I will get more confident with taking these trades and letting my risk be a bit more whatever at some point. But right now, I'm just not confident enough in myself, and not confident enough in myself, sorry, confident enough for trading this much size, because obviously I've been trading one lot, and I've been feeling really good with one lot, and then to add a second lot and start seeing it move a lot more, it's hard. Ideally, I would like to be able to trade 15 micros or something like that, and get the swing of that for a little bit, and then add in the full two lots. But look, it happens. I'm gonna have a sort of break, hopefully feel a bit better by the end of the weekend, and go at it again next week. It's not the end of the world. The week is not a bad week in any respects. I've had quite a Jesus Christ, my voice is so bad. I'm so sorry. I've had a really good week, in my opinion. I had one unlucky trade, which I should have probably, obviously, in theory, I would have took full TP on that, which would have popped me up. I would be up about $500 on the week if I didn't have that, because I would have been a $200 swing. But it's just one of them where I think this week's taught me I need to be a little bit more sensible with my stops, in the sense of putting it at a point that makes sense. I also need to be a bit more willing to hold trades, because I've had two trades this week that if I'd have just held them for a minute or two longer, I probably would have had two trades this week that would have been $500 plus days. And obviously, before you know it, I'm at a $1,500, $2,000 week, and I'll be back to profit on the account. So yeah, I'm gonna end this video here. I'm gonna walk away from the markets. I'm not gonna look at the markets the rest of the day. I'm just seeing this rally and rally and rally and rally and rally, and to me, I don't like. When I sit there and watch it, I FOMO into a trade, and then all of a sudden, before you know it, you do a massive 30-point pullback, and I get stopped out and lose $1,000 on the day. So I'm gonna walk away from the markets now. I'm going to hopefully try and enjoy the weekend the best I can. Hopefully be better by Monday for trade. Tuesday, because Monday's a day off. And all being well, I will be good for next week and get my trading going again. I think today I traded a bit scared. That's the best way I can put it. Traded a bit scared and panicked a bit when I added the second lot. So yeah, I'm going to end the video here. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you guys next week. So, right guys, back with another recap. Today's recap is from Friday the 24th. Today's recap is a very interesting one. Wasn't my best day, wasn't my worst day. In all honesty, I probably shouldn't have gone on the market at all anyway. It's just the best way I should have put it. Probably shouldn't have gone on the market.